Okay, everybody, welcome to these Facebook trainings. I think you're going to love them. I'm going to start at the beginning so you can all have a great foundation. I'm going to call this presentation the Facebook Ads, a simple, effective beginning. Some of you may have Facebook experience, some of you may not when running Facebook ads, and this course is going to teach both of you some new stuff. So stay tuned and let's go get to know Facebook better, okay? So first thing I'm going to start with is ad structure, okay? And after this, we'll get into what it's going to take to actually create an ads account if you need, as well as you'll want a fan page and things like that. But let's just get into the meat of it here. Let's talk about Facebook ad structure. So the thing I want you to focus on over here is this little left side panel. Understanding Facebook ad structure, even for those veterans of you who know Facebook, is going to be very important to really grasp the concepts that I'm going to teach here. So this is what you're seeing right now is a view inside of the ads manager. I mean, and depending on when you see this, it can change slightly. You know, Facebook updates their interface now and then, but the concepts will be the same. So on the left-hand side here, we see that there are three blocks, right? Three sections of Facebook advertising. There's the campaigns and the things associated with the campaigns. There's the ad sets and the things associated with them. And there's the ads themselves and the things associated with them. So let me talk about that for just a minute. The campaign is the largest bucket in your Facebook. They call it a big folder, for example. Everything inside of a campaign has to have the same objective. So these are the objectives we can choose from. The ones you're going to be focusing on the most are sending people to your website, increasing conversions on your website, and later on I'm going to talk about how to effectively get video views as a very cool way to drive lots of traffic to your page and get actually really inexpensive impressions for your ads. So those three are the biggest ones here that we're going to talk about. The other ones, there's all kinds of other ones here, but let's just focus on those three, okay? All right, so every ad set and ad inside of a campaign, and there's no limit to the number of campaigns you can have. Just think of them as folders on your computer. Everything inside of a campaign has to have the same objective. If you want to try a new objective, so say you're optimizing to send people to your website, and instead you want to actually try to get those conversions to happen on your website and optimize for that, and tell Facebook that that's your goal. And there's a good reason to do that. You're going to start a new campaign with that new objective. So campaigns inside of campaigns are objectives. Ad sets. We can't get to the ad set until we choose an objective, so let's just choose this one. Okay, here we are in the ad sets. Ad sets control three things, so ignore all this, right? I'm just going to clear it out. But inside of the ad set is, this is a fast way to do it. Okay, your audiences, your placements, and your budgets and schedule. So let's talk about those. Your audience is who you want the ads to show to. So, you've got everybody who billions of users using Facebook. I'm pretty sure they're over 1 billion. If they haven't reached 2 billion, I can't remember the size, but there's over 1 billion users in Facebook. You can't just put your ad up to everybody, not effectively anyway. So what Facebook lets you do is they let you define who's going to see your ads, okay? And you can do that through where they live, as broad as a country or as narrow as a zip code, the age range that they're in, by gender, by languages that they speak, or by things they're interested in, okay? Or things that they may be a fan of a fan page, things like that. Or demographics. So you can always browse preset demographics, like somebody who's interested in business, specifically entrepreneurship, right? So what I just did is I told Facebook everything else the same, only show my ad to people who are interested in entrepreneurship. And it cut what used to say over here. You may not have seen it. You can rewind it if you want. I think it was close to 200 million down to 20 million. So I cut the audience down by 90% just by choosing, one interest, okay? We're going to go into a whole section on how to make sure you're choosing the right interests and the right audiences. But that's what you see here is the audiences. The next thing you see in an ad set is the placement. It's just a little bit lower. So to find where your ads show up, so you can show up on the mobile newsfeed, on Instagram, which is another property that Facebook owns, but it's also very mobile. An audience network. Now this one is not going to be for us. Audience network has a very specific purpose, and for what we're trying to do to generate opt-ins on a website, audience network is not effective. It's for people who market apps, and other things like that. So let's uncheck that. Maybe somebody's found an effective way to use it, but we haven't. In the hundreds of thousands of dollars of ad spend we've spent, we haven't found an effective way to use that for our industry yet. Desktop newsfeed, which is very good, and desktop right column, which can be very good. So all of these are very valid placements for you. Okay. Why would you check this box? Only devices connected to Wi-Fi. We have people check that box when they're running ads and they need the person to take action on the next site. So it's an ad, click on it, go to a website, opt in or buy something, things like that. You're going to want to check this box. Why? Because think about the activity of people. If they're on Wi-Fi, if they're connected to Wi-Fi, if their phone is, if they're on mobile, it means that they're at home or they're at work or they're somewhere where they're more stable and settled. If they're not connected to Wi-Fi, it means that they're out and about. They're standing in a grocery store aisle and they only have 15 seconds to open Facebook and look at it. Are those the people that are going to take action on your website if they see something? Probably not. They're not going to have the chance to hit your website, watch the video on the site, and opt in. So for most of our purposes, we're going to make sure that they're connected to Wi-Fi. So placements is a simple thing. The only thing that I would say is if you're running mobile ads, make sure your site is mobile optimized. And then lastly, if you're running ads on the desktop right side column, pull up an example of your ad in the ad section and make sure it looks good on the right side because they'll truncate the words. That picture will be smaller. So just make sure it looks good there. If it doesn't, just take it off. And if you find that it's not effective for your ad, take it off. But we have had some good results with the right side column. It's a hit or miss one. The most stable and effective ones are the two news feeds. Okay. Budget and schedule. So you can always run a budget on a daily or a lifetime schedule. We always like to run it on daily because what if it takes off and it's a really good ad? That way you can just keep it running. And you don't commit to anything by saying daily other than the fact that they're going to keep spending your money unless you click a button to turn it off. So the only commitment is they're not going to stop it automatically. You have to stop it manually. So not a big deal. And the same thing here. Run the ad set running continuously instead of having an end date, right? I think a good place to start daily budgets is somewhere between $20 and $40 if it's a new campaign that you have yet to test, new ads and stuff like that. 20 kind of on the low side, making sure you get enough data and stuff like that. 40 on the high side, making sure you don't spend too much money without even knowing if your ads are good yet. So optimization, this is kind of reiterating what we chose as the objective. So we chose link clicks, matching it with the objective, which is recommended. You can switch this up even though your objective is to get the clicks, but there's no need to do that in this phase of the game. Automatic bidding is always recommended with Facebook because their algorithm is super advanced and it's very, very good at getting you the best price. If you go manual, then you're thinking you can outsmart their algorithm, which is good on certain platforms, but not on Facebook. Automatic is always better on Facebook from every test we've run. Other platforms like Twitter and things like that, you'll go to manual bidding. This right here will pre-populate in the best combination. It's looking at what you've chosen here and what you've chosen here, and it automatically pre-populates it. Just go with it. It's good stuff. Don't mess with it. You can name your ad set here, so this just helps you understand what you've got going. So for example, this one is, entrepreneurship. Probably spelled it wrong, but that way we understand that inside of this campaign, the ad set that we set up is that one. Now we're in the ad section. So the ads can be comprised of a ton of different things. This is the creative part. It's what format of an ad, what's the media that you're giving Facebook to deliver, and then what's the URL you're sending them to. So, for example, you can have a carousel ad, which is a series of images that rotate, 2 to 10 scrollable images or videos. You can have a single image ad, which is the most popular ad on Facebook, the one you see most. You can have a video ad, which are very effective if used correctly, or a slideshow ad, which is actually just a set of images that just kind of cycles through, similar to if you were to make a slideshow for someone's party or wedding or something like that. I don't see these used a lot, but I could see how they'd be effective. So once you choose what you want to do, so a single image, you just browse either the stock images that are available on Facebook, or you browse the library of the things you've already uploaded, or you just upload your own from your own computer. Here's the size recommendations right there. Don't worry, I'm going to show you how to create an image without even knowing the sizes, because the program we're going to use will automatically size it up. And then you need to choose the page that's going to show the ad. If you don't have one, click right here to create one. It's really easy to create one. You just say that I would almost always choose this one. You name it yourself. Choose the category. You are a entrepreneur or whatever you are. Upload a picture, create the page. Boom, you're done. That's how fast it is to create a page. Because you have to have a page that sponsors the ad. I'll show you what I mean by that. So I'm just going to pull up Facebook. I apologize for who knows what's going to show up. But you see that everything that is sponsored, meaning it's an ad, has a company or a person who's doing the sponsoring, right? So you need to have this page set up, because if I were to click on that, it actually is a page. It's a fan page for this business. So that's why you're creating a page that's going to sponsor the ad. If you have an Instagram account set up, you can choose that, or you can just add one in, create one. Here's the destination. So you type in your destination. So your affiliate URL. Then you need to give it a headline, some text, a call to action, and newsfeed link description. You don't need to do this. And you place the order, right? So that's how simple. This is the structure of a Facebook ads campaign. It's simple once you get it. So campaigns, inside of campaigns are ad sets, and you can have multiple ad sets inside of a campaign. The biggest thing to think about with ad sets is that's who's going to see your ad. So you're going to try a variety of them. Let's say you try 3 ad sets to begin. You try one to internet marketing gurus. So you're hitting up everybody who you know who's a guru. Frank Kern, Ryan Dice, Mike Filsame, Perry Belcher, just all these people, Andy Jenkins, and that's one ad set that you're trying. Another group of people is maybe small businesses, the owners of small businesses, and so you're hitting that kind of an audience. And maybe a third one is a retargeting list, people who've hit your page but didn't take action, so you're putting the ad right back in front of them. And I'll show you how to do all those. So that's the ad set. So inside of a campaign, you'll have multiple ad sets potentially. And inside of an ad set, you'll have multiple ads. Maybe you want to run a variety of images to see which one works. So here's an easy way to do it. So let's just choose some images. Let's say you want to tell people how ClickFunnels is easy for their business to get online. Let's see what kind of images we can do. Small businesses. So maybe this gal here, she owns a small business. So she's going to be in your ad. See if you can find stuff that look. I like the images that look less stock. So, some of these look super, super contrived, right? This one's a little bit less, I think. Him looking down, obviously carpenter type. Who's ever in this position in a bakery, right? Who's folding their arms, smiling, staring straight at the camera in the middle of their shop, right? So try to find things that are less contrived. You can search for emotions. Find somebody who's... So this one, while it's obviously contrived because nobody lives in this perfect gray background world, it's shocking enough of an image. Yeah, it's strange. It's a person in a strange position that it would catch your eye. So I might actually choose that one. This one too looks like there's a story behind this, some vacation or something. So I might actually stop and look at that one as well as this one. So you just kind of go through and you choose your favorite ones, right? When you click OK, it brings them over. So here's your images, and it actually turns them into ads. Look, you've already got an ad going. Now you just have to change the text. So you change the headline, change the text here. This little button right there. You can swap it out with whatever you want, and it just changes. And this right here is the text under here. So you type that in, it changes it up. See? So that's how simple it is. And once you get into tracking, you can turn tracking on, and you place the order. Bam, you've already made some ads. So it's really simple. So that's the structure of it all. When you're running ads and you're running it to get some clicks to your website, cost per click. How do you know when your ads are doing well? Cost per click, I would think with this offer in this industry, we're going to be hovering around $1 to $2 of a cost per click. So if you're getting clicks to your website from $1 to $2, then you're in the ballpark. If you're not, if they're way outside of that, if they're way above that range, I think you could do better. So go back and redo your ads and try again. Keeping what seems to work and adjusting what didn't work. So other than that, I showed you how to create a fan page. That's how you create a fan page, super fast, without too much hassle. And the next thing I want to show you is how to create your ads account. So say you're in Facebook, over here. This is my personal Facebook account. And I haven't done any ads yet. If I just type in /ads, it's going to take me where I need to go. And if you already have ads running, there'll be a create ad. If you don't have an ad account, there'll be a create account button. Click on that. All it needs from you is a billing source, so a credit card or a PayPal account. What are they going to charge you? And within a couple of clicks, you already have an ads account set up and you'll be ready to go. And then as soon as you click create ad, you're right on this screen right here. So I hope you feel comfortable at this point to go and create an ad. That's your homework, is create your page and just go create your ads account and create your fan page. If you want to create your fan page without getting into the ads manager yet, just go /pages and create a page right there. Super simple. I think this is going to be the best one for you for what you're doing. Choose a category. You can be whatever you want. Maybe you've written an ebook. Maybe you're an author. Maybe you're an entrepreneur. Maybe your name is Bob. Get started. Right? It's just that easy. And it'll have you fill out a little bit more information so they can populate your page with it, get a picture from you, and you're good to go. So that's your homework. Make your ads account, make your page, and then come back to the next training.